All right, we are live. Jordan, what should I do?
Play the intro.
And here we are for episode 46. Hello, everyone.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Oh, hey, Paul.
Hey.
Paul, what's going on?
Not much. Just hanging out. You?
Yeah.
You guys do? Good day. Nice sunny day today.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kinda cool.
Yeah, it was cold. Yeah, I found it cold. Yeah. My face
Very
was
cold.
fine. My face didn't really get that cold, but yeah. My chin got a little cold, my eyes, but the rest of it just seemed to be warm.
I don't know. Hey, Jordan.
Why?
Jordan. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something different about Paul. I don't know.
I know, I can wrestle with the idea all I want, but don't know if I'll come up with an answer.
Welcome.
Do you have Hispanic
Welcome.
background by any chance, Paul, that we
Pardon
didn't know about? Do you have Hispanic background that we didn't know about?
Yes, sir. Welcome to, what are we? We're the Six Nutz Podcast, three comedians, six nuts. Episode 46. Welcome, Jordan, and welcome, Paul Mysterio.
Hola.
to the show. Great to have you, man. We got a lot of great things, man. We're going to do Hold My Beer, as always. We're going to do some Super Bowl prop bets, because the
I gotta
Super
take this
Bowl...
thing off. It's driving me mental.
Super Bowl is in 2 days, and Paul is getting undressed, so we're going to do some prop bets.
Fuck.
And we're doing pet peeves today, gentlemen, so it should be a banger of an episode. But you know what? We had Christine Loomans on for our live episode 45 a few days ago. What a great episode. I would encourage anybody that's watching, like, subscribe, and comment on anything you see. But go back and watch that one, because it's a really a great episode. And if I could sum up the episode in one short clip, here it is.
My top three things are Paul, Paul, and Paul.
Oh! Oh! Paul, whoa!
Paul is
let's
my
go.
favorite part of this show.
So Paul is by far the favorite part of Christine Loomans' favorite part of the show, according to Christine Loomans. Paul Bourgon.
I wonder
When she said Paul, Paul, and Paul, what were you thinking inside?
I thought you wanted to bang.
What?
No one
What?
says they like me for anything other than my boyish looks. Yeah. No, I don't know. I was really, what? Honest to God, I was really, I was like embarrassed. It makes me wonder how people take compliments. Like I'm not very good with compliments. I always say thank you and that's nice of you, but like how I internalize them and how I like. Oh, I mean, obviously she thinks that, like I don't think that, I'm like, what is it? Like, that's why I'm skeptical. Like, is she just the best troller on earth? Like, is she just trolling me so good? Like,
I don't think so,
I was really smitten, I was taken back by it. It was really nice. It made me feel really nice.
Well,
So-
not only are you the number one thing about the show, you're also number two and number three. And then she followed it up with, my favorite part by far is Paul Bourgon.
That's nice,
So-
eh? And listen, I want to say this because
She's
you're
awesome.
only as strong as your weakest link, eh? And you two guys are my weakest link. No, I mean to say it in the sense of you guys, like, we bring out in each other. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to throw punchlines in if you guys didn't set me up the way you did, and vice versa, right? So I think that's why this dynamic works so well. This triangle of pleasure, we call it.
I think she felt, after she said that, she kind of felt bad for Jordan and I.
Yeah,
so she kind of
I
tried
do
to
too.
make that up and like.
I felt bad for you guys because
Dave's really good at structure, and he's really good with the show outlines, which basically means that I should be in the truck. I really should. I think I should just go in the truck.
Yeah.
Never to be seen again, and you guys should just carry on with the show.
Well, she didn't ask
No.
me the three things she hates about it. Well, David Jordan. No, she didn't say that. No, you guys are my favorite parts about the show. So.
Oh, isn't that nice? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know what? We got to get to. We've wasted enough time already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got
And
a
Jordan-
question. I got
Yeah.
a question. Our recording on my screen says 2 minutes. Did we get fucked?
No, we're at 4 minutes 53 seconds.
Oh, weird. Okay, cool. Never mind. Ignore me. I'll go fuck myself.
Really? We just hit 5 minutes.
Yeah, weird. Mine says 2:18 up in my top left corner here.
2:18.
Yeah.
Well, your
Mine
clock is
says
slow.
circle, square, triangle.
It's a good cheat code.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get to a segment
Oh, that's my
called.
PlayStation controller. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, it is time for our favorite segment. Well, it's Jordan's favorite now by far. Now that January's over,
It's true.
segment called "Hold My Beer." Yes, sir. Yeah, look at Jordan. Hold my beer. We go around the virtual room and we all introduce our beverage of choice for this episode. And I asked Jordan off the air, I said, Jordan, what's your favorite part of the show? He said, hold my beer, and hold my beer. So let's start with you, Jordan. What is your drink of choice for episode 46?
I saw Paul drinking this. I want to say last episode. No, yeah, a couple episodes ago. But it's a White Claw tangerine.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
So sometimes I like to try what Paul drinks and see what it's like.
Sometimes I like to try what you drink.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right, big swig coming up.
It's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. I give it a 6.7.
6.7, that's a passing grade. Deserves an applause. Even though I think White Claw's not too. Is it still popular with the youngins?
With the white girls, yes. The white girls.
the white
love them
girls?
some White Claws.
So now you're repping the white girls, Jordan.
Yeah, I got you, ladies.
There you go. All right, so 6.7. Paul, let's go down to you. Your beverage of choice.
Something I don't think I've ever done before. Well, I've tried before, like on this show or off. Have you guys ever heard of Old Speckled Hen?
No.
No, I have not.
Because I'm like going through the shelves, like, oh, what's this? What's this? I actually have a couple more beers that I've never tried before that are in there just waiting. Let's see if they can last until next week. Anyway, so I got Old Speckled Hen. What a name. Okay? That's what we used to call my grandma when she got AIDS.
Oh.
Speckled lesions.
How did she get AIDS?
She was a night worker. Lady of the street.
Jesus.
Yeah, she retired. That's actually really good. Holy shit.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, that's a
I feel
double.
like I don't know what was the name of that. What's the name of that Looney Tunes character? The rooster that. Oh, I'll say.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah.
Love me some Foghorn.
Old Speckled Hen. It's really good. I give it a 8.99.
Wow, 8.99.
Really good. Yeah. It's not. It doesn't taste like. Doesn't get you right there. Doesn't make you want to throw up. It's good. Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
I don't know who makes Old Speckled Hen, but good job, boys.
All right. Well, I'm going to finish it off with I'm going the old reliable Mill Street Organic.
Mill Street Organic.
It gets a 10 out of 10 even before I open the can.
I want to know, have you had Mill Street Organic more than I've had Big Rig Root Beer?
Oh, for sure.
Ooh, yeah, definitely.
100%.
Yeah, I knew it.
Automatic 10. 10 out of 10.
Automatic diarrhea for me.
Yeah. There you go. 3 passing beers. Jordan with the White Claw. Paul with the Old Speckled Hen. It kind of reminds me of a pub when I lived in Toronto. A pub called the Spotted Dick.
Yeah, Spotted Dick.
Yeah, the Spotted Dick. We used to love
For dessert. It's a dessert in
Exactly. All right. So we got a lot to get to, man. Super Bowl's coming up this weekend. We're going to do some prop bets. But before we get to that, you guys want to feel old? Comedian,
I need another reason. Give it to me.
Very famous comedian turned 60 today.
Adam Sandler?
No. Close, kind of in that same group, sort of.
David Spade?
No, his name rhymes with Bach.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock turned 60 today, man.
Wow.
He was really young when he was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, he would have had to been like early 20s.
Do you guys like Chris Rock's stand-up?
I like his older stuff.
Yeah, Bigger and Blacker was good, eh?
Yeah.
$50,000 a bullet.
Yeah, his old stuff is good. I saw his latest special. I didn't like it as much.
Yeah.
It sucks.
You know what I don't like is like, yeah, he's like, people are changing, no man. People are changing.
Yeah.
People are changing, you know? People are changing. And then he gets to his point. Like,
Yeah.
if you took out all the repeating of like what he's trying to, hey, who the hell am I to knock Chris Rock? Yeah, it's just, when you notice these things, it kind of, I don't know if it's as a comedian or whatever, when you start to notice them and then they keep happening, yeah, it's like a pet peeve. Yeah.
You think that's a faux pas? Like, let's say like he was a brand new comedian, like that's his first special, and he's doing that, repeating the same thing.
It could be a part of his. It could be part of his setup, though. You know, like
Could be.
Like he wants people to be thinking now during this joke that people are changing, and his hook may be like how you've gone from like being a priest to walking in the gay pride parade. You know, like he wants people to think, yes, people have been changing. You know, like
Yes.
yeah. Anyway, I don't know.
I think when he got go ahead.
I didn't like his last special because it all became about the Will Smith, Chris Rock,
Yeah.
slap thing.
He kind of had to address it, but like at the same time, like I'm not ripping into him, and I don't think any of us are. But
No. Again, one of the best stand-up comics of all time.
Man, he's fucking awesome. He was awesome on Saturday Night Live too. I loved him on Saturday Night Live. I
he
still
was
like
funny.
him. I just Anyway,
Yeah.
I
feel
thought he was
bad
great
making
in-
fun of anyone.
I thought he was great in Madagascar.
I thought he was awesome in Beverly Hills Cop 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember his small cameo in that movie?
Yeah. Vaguely.
Come on, man! I get $10 to park a car. I get $20 to park a truck. He's like the attendant. Anyway, yeah.
Well, how would you? I mean, just picture this. He comes off stage and you're there saying, "Hey, Chris, you repeated that line way too many times. Could you say it like twice instead of 5 times next time?"
He's like, rule of 3, bro. Get the fuck out of
Man,
here.
yeah, that's what I
Exactly.
get that.
Who
Yeah,
the fuck are you?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it just goes to show, right? Like, if you're gonna give someone constructive criticism, you better construct the best way to say it to them. Like you got to know the person. You gotta take into consideration whether you know them or not. You have to at least think to yourself, okay, how can I say this where it doesn't come off offensive? Like, you know what I mean? Scott Yarwood once, we don't really ever talk. We don't really ever shoot the shit. Hey, man, what's going on? Not much. You, like, you busy? Yeah, cool. Oh, cool, man. Like, it's that kind of chatter, And at Absolute, once we were talking, and he praised me, like compliment sandwiched me, you know what I mean? And I fell for it. He's like, I like this joke that you do. He goes, and he said it, and he just let me talk, I don't know if this was his plan to do it, but he just let me talk and say, I do it this way, I do it that way. And he said, and then he just, I gave him the joke, and he said, it was the Blacks joke, the Blacks joke that I do?
Yep.
And he was like, yeah, he's like, you could always try doing it this way, and that's why I've changed it up. I've changed that joke up now. Like ever since then, I'm trying to find different ways to say it. Like I'm trying to mine the joke, right? And that conversation really stuck with me, because like I don't know him that well. He's another comedian, and he didn't come off offensive. He didn't come off mean. He didn't come off like he was like, yeah, it's not good that way. You should do this way, and then go back to his phone. You know what I mean? Like he was sitting there, like, I could tell he was like thinking of a way to. What about this? And I was like, oh, that's funny. Yeah. His hook on it was, you should say that like, you told someone that you don't like blacks, but you were like taking a sip of your drink and you like were swallowing, as you said, you don't like blacks, and then you had to like photography.
Yeah.
It's true. Like, how would you say that to Chris Rock? How would you go to Chris Rock after? And
Well, let me ask you this: that night you did that joke, the Blacks joke, did it bomb or did it hit?
which one?
The night Scott Yarwood talked to you about
I don't think I did it that night. I don't think I did it.
Oh.
Yeah. We were just talking about it. This is before the show. But every time I've done it after though, and I've changed it every time. I've switched it up. Like I did, you know what I'm saying? I did it like I was sitting at a table with my buddies, and like when I said I don't like blacks, everybody
Yeah.
at the table stopped, and then last Monday I did a different approach to it too, and how like I'm learning pretty quickly to stop saying how much I hate blacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I'm finding that because I'm at least trying different approaches to it, or at least try like what Rory Scovel said. I'm mining this joke. I'm trying to find the best way to do it. I'm noticing what works and what doesn't. And I know when I'm in Cornwall, I say, you know who I fucking hate. Yeah. I know Cornwall, they laugh really hard at that. So like it's situational, right? Like know your audience where you are.
Yeah.
Like it's weird, eh? Like we all have jokes and ways that we do them, but like when we're in different settings and we have different crowds.
Yeah.
It's like no matter how much you think your crowd, you don't know them as well as you should.
Yeah. That reminds me of one time I did that pool bit. Pool is racist. I did that at Meow once, and there was people there, non-comedians, and so the part where I say, where do they put the 8-ball? Right in the middle, right? He's stuck. He can't go anywhere. And after my set, this woman that was watching had written on a piece of paper, and just handed it to me and walked out. So I opened the piece of paper and I opened it up. It said, the 8-ball does not go in the middle, dumbass. Like, fact check your jokes or something like that. And I'm like,
yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does go in the middle, but she had gone by then, so I couldn't do it.
Excuse me. Yeah, it does.
My God. Yeah, it does.
But Dave, I was hoping you'd add this, at the end, because you're talking about. I think you mentioned something about how the black guy always dies first in the movies. I think you said something about that, or someone said.
No,
like
I've never said that.
Well, someone said something like that, and that's when I think getting joking. I'm like, except in this movie, the black guy dies last.
Yeah.
The last ball to go down. Yeah, and Reggie was laughing at them. Yeah.
You did say that. You said that at the Barley Mow, didn't you?
Yeah, I said it at Barley Mow.
Yeah. Okay, that's what you were referring to. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jordan, have you ever had anybody critique a joke or unsolicited advice? And what was the most memorable one?
Well, one of my TikTok videos, it's a 25-second clip, and this guy said, you need to get to your punchline faster. And I'm like, how much faster do you want? It's 25 seconds, and there's a reason why I did it. Like, there's 2 taglines in that 25 seconds, and you want me to get to the last joke faster? So I'm like, all I said was, it does what it does for me, what I need it to do, because you're seeing 25 seconds out of like a 6-minute set. Like, it's all the time, man. I get unsolicited advice from comics, from strangers who've never done comedy before, who are like, oh, what if you tried this? And I'm just like, yeah, it's not gonna work. Like,
yeah, it's one thing coming from a comedian, but if it's somebody who's never ever done comedy before, yeah, that doesn't make sense. But
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You've got to be a little bit more. You got to be a little bit more like constructive with it. You know what I mean? Like you can't. If you don't know someone, you got to at least listen to their set and know what they're talking about. Know like the kind of jokes that they're making and how to. Oh, sorry, guys. She's just meowing like crazy, right? It's a force of habit. You got to know how to like. Oh, this is their type of humor. Okay, maybe if I come at them this way, and unless you don't give a fuck and you want to be a dick and not have them even take your advice into consideration in the slightest.
What about giving advice? Have you guys ever given advice to a comedian?
They ask.
Unsolicited?
Unsolicited? I might have only done it once, and I think that was for Dave Elliott.
Other than like moving the mic, like I know that's one of your big pet peeves, Jordan.
Oh, that's
so you might tell somebody like without even asking.
Yeah, no, 100%. I tell people all the time, move the mic stand. I find like I'm not critiquing the material. I'm just telling them you need to move the mic stand because that's
unless it's a part of their act. Like Jeremy Hutz,
Yeah, but that's different, right? He still has the mic attached to the mic stand, or
taking the mic out and leaving it there. Yeah.
There. That drives me absolutely bonkers, and I know I'm not the only one. If you're not using the mic stand, get it out of the way because you should be the main focus.
Yeah. There was a new guy that did that at Barley Mow. I can't remember who it was.
Yes,
I think somebody told him move the mic.
Yeah.
Well, Reggie sent me. He sent me the clip of his set at Barley Mill.
Yep.
And because he'll workshop his stuff with me, and I'll ask questions and stuff like that, looking for advice. It's the only time I help people is if they ask. And his thing was, he sent it, and he's like, "What do you think?" And I said, "You know what I'm gonna say right away. Move the mic stand."
Yeah.
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 I noticed Reggie's sets are getting a little better.
Yep. He's working
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
Working
I noticed
more.
his sets are getting better. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a great guy. He's a really good guy. He's like, that's why I leaned into him, man. After like the third or fourth person went in, I like leaned into him. I'm like, hey, Reggie, not like a room full of white people. Hey, I'll tiptoe around black jokes. Hey, and he's like laughs at me like, not like a room full of white people. Hey, I'll tiptoe around black jokes. Yeah,
He's got a good sense.
because I guess everybody, like, someone said something off the bat, and then everybody was just like, okay, now I can say my, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, eh? Like, I mean, as a full-blown white person, and a comedian, I know that the hardest group of people to get to laugh when you say something racist are white people. Like, white. Like, I find when I do that black spit or like whatever joke, that it's like the person that I'm doing the joke, like, I find all the black dudes in the crowd laugh. You know what I mean? They think it's funny, And then as soon as they laugh, like, white people are like, oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's so
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, they don't want to come off as racist, man.
That's annoying when people are stifling their laughter there. You know what I mean? Because of something, whether it's because they don't want to give you the satisfaction or they don't want to look like they're themselves. Like. You're supposed to fucking sit there and relax and fucking laugh at what's funny.
Have fun. Exactly. So what are you guys doing for Super Bowl?
It's this Sunday, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes, it is Sunday night. The Chiefs and the Eagles.
The Chiefs and the Eagles.
Who would win between a Chief and an Eagle?
I think a chief. What? Like a chief?
Like a
chief
chief.
instructor of yoga, or
I don't know, just a chief. Whatever chief is in your mind, would they be to
I think
defeat an
Chiefs.
eagle?
A lot of Chiefs have eagle feathers in their headdresses. So I think the Chief. Yeah,
The Chief would win.
I think so. Yeah.
How would they take down an eagle, man? Bow and arrow, probably.
Bow and arrow.
A gun.
Gun, yeah.
Yeah, could be a boring story. I always take down my eagles that way. Yeah.
Jordan, you got to be doing something, man.
Yeah, I'm going to a bar with some friends that I used to work with at Zellers, and some of my close buddies that you guys see at a lot of my shows. So we're all going to hang out, have a couple drinks.
Are you betting on the game or anything like that, or?
I do have a bet down. I have one bet down. And,
yeah, it's funny. It seems to be like there's always so many bets placed on the game, like, what color is the coach's shirt going to be, or what what color is the Gatorade going to be, or there's always these weird bets. I think it's because the game is always so evenly matched that like it's the worst. It's actually the worst game to bet on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
100%. It's the worst game.
That's a great segue, Paul, into some what they call prop bets. I think we should do some prop bets. What do you guys think?
Why not?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it. I'm going to actually record our bets, and then next week we'll do a recap and see who won. So let's start with you, Paul. These are our Super Bowl prop bets.
Okay.
First one, coin toss result. Will it be heads or tails?
I think it's going to land on the side and just roll a little bit.
I knew that's what I knew you were going to say
That's
that.
the double zero of roulette.
do it.
Yeah. I'm going to say tails,
Tails. All right, Jordan, heads or tails?
If my betting history has taught me anything this year, it's no matter what I bet, it will be the opposite. So I will take heads, so that way tails wins.
All right. I'm gonna say tails. Tails. All right. This time, let's start with Jordan on this one. The game winner: Eagles or the Chiefs?
The refs are going to play a great solid game to get the result that they want. There's a result that the NFL needs. So I'm just looking forward to seeing pass interferences that should not be called, roughing the passers that definitely should not be called. Illegal formations not called for one team but called for another team. I'm looking really forward to those.
All
I
right,
remember
so
I went to a hockey game with my nephew once. My nephew's like 15 right now. He's awesome. His name's Peter. And we're sitting there, and I'm like, we're looking at the fans with the Sens jersey on, and other fans had the Washington jersey on, you know. And I lean in, I'm like, you never find anybody coming to the games dressed as a ref, eh? Like, no one ever stands up in the middle of the call and goes, yes, ref, good job, yeah. And then turns around to the crowd, you know, like that, you know. And he's like, oh, I've seen them before. And I'm like, buddy, you've never seen them before. Don't lie to me. He's like, I'm like, if you see, I'm like, tell you what. Okay, this was like the middle of the first period, eh? I'm like, tell you what, if you see a ref jersey, all right, if you see someone dressed as a ref, I'll pay for everything for the rest of the night. Okay?
yeah.
Oh,
He's a little fucker. Eh? I made a bet with him once, and I ended up losing. I ended up owing like $200, and I had to pay the fucking kid. And so I was like, nope, you're paying for this one. You're fucking paying. Like a little 15-year-old nephew, I make him pay for my beers, you know. And anyway, he spends the rest of the game like this, like. And he's like, I got one. He's like, look over there, like across the fucking rink in the other section of the rink. He like, because it was like I can't see shit, eh? He like zooms in and sees someone dressed like a ref. I was like, you bastard, you know? He goes, I want a hot dog. I want a hot hamburger. Yeah.
All right. So Jordan, did you say ref or Chiefs?
Sorry.
I said refs.
Refs,
which is essentially the Chiefs, right?
yeah.
Like,
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say the Chiefs. Paul, Eagles or Chiefs?
Chiefs.
yeah, I don't want.
Patrick Mahomes plays that team, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Could not tell you. Does Vinny Testaverde still play for the Eagles?
Vinny? No, he's selling hot dogs at Chiefs Stadium.
Okay. I couldn't
All
tell
right.
you another player in the NFL right now. Wait. What's the guy's name? That Gibb? Is there a Gibb?
Yes.
What's the guy's name? What's the guy's name who's dating Taylor Swift? Don't tell me. Anyway, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. Oh wait.
Yeah.
What about Aaron Rodgers? Does he play?
Yeah, he still plays, but he's
There you
not
go,
in the
too.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to prop bet number 3. Total points scored over 49.5 or under. I'm going to say over. Paul, what do you say? Over? Under?
I'm going to say. I want to say over.
So say over.
Over.
All right. Paul says over. Jordan, over, under.
I struggled with this one today. I want to say over, but because of how the betting is going right now and everybody's got all these bets lined up that all these players are going to get touchdowns, I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to say it's under 49.5. I think we're going to see a very defensive game.
Wow. We get a prediction and a breakdown from
That's
Jordan.
right.
That's some great analysis, man.
Doesn't mean I'm going to be right at all.
All right, let's go to number.
Boys, cheers, by the way.
Cheers, man. Prop bet number 4. Let's go back to you,
You're supposed to
Jordan.
drink your drink when we say cheers.
I'm too busy producing the show.
Sorry.
I'm the boring guy. Remember, I'm the boring guy. I got to keep structure going. Jordan, first offensive play of the game, run or pass?
Okay, if it's Eagles ball, it's going to be a run by Barkley. If it's Chiefs, it's going to be a passing play. I don't know who the connection is going to be, but it'll be thrown.
All right. Well, you gotta pick one or the other.
I can't pick
Run or
per
pass?
team?
No.
All right, I'm just going to say run then. I'm going to
Run.
pick the safe bet with the run.
All right, Paul, run or pass?
First offensive play of the game. A run or pass.
Go with run.
I think
Everybody runs it.
I think the first offensive play of the game is going to be the quarterback is going to say the gays shouldn't be allowed in the military. I think that's going to be the first offensive play of the yeah. That's offensive.
The quarterback's going to say, I hate blacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Photographically.
I think it's going to be a run.
A run? Okay.
Yeah.
Since you both said run, I'm going to say pass just to so I can get a point on that one.
What's the over under on that? You know definitely the favorite's the run game right now, right?
I don't know what the over-under on that is.
Well,
All right, number 5. Which team will score first, Eagles or Chiefs? I will say Eagles. Jordan, what do you say?
yeah, I'm gonna say Eagles.
Paul?
I'll go Chiefs. John Cheevers.
Chiefs. All right, number 6. Paul, to you. Jersey number of the first TD scorer. Is it going to be an even number or odd number?
Odd. I know. Even.
Even. All right, Jordan.
I'm gonna say even. It's gonna be Barkley.
All right.
Yeah.
since you-
Typically speaking, the wide receivers and the running backs always have odd numbers, don't they? Like 25 and
I think Barkley's 26.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah. He's-
since you both said even, I'm going to say odd.
Did you guys ever see that Saturday Night Live clip when Charles Barkley hosted? And he played one-on-one against Barney.
Oh my God, that's classic.
Come on, Barney. How we doing, baby? What's going on?
I never laughed so much in my
Yeah.
the big elbow.
Yeah.
That was brilliant, man. Brilliant. All right, number 7. Will there be points scored in the last 2 minutes of the first half? Yes or no? Jordan.
yeah. Yeah, I think there'll be points scored. Either a field goal, but yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm going to say no. Paul, what do you say? What say you? What say you?
I said, did you not? I've got neck problems now for that.
Oh no, I'm
No.
looking at my. I'm
The
looking
answer's
down
no.
at my
I
notes.
don't think there will be.
Guys, man, they practiced the 2-minute drive. They're gonna get to the 35-yard and they're gonna kick it with like 10 seconds left in the half.
I know, but like you got to take into consideration. I don't know anything of what I'm talking about. Yeah.
All right, we got 3 more. 3 more to get through. First accepted penalty will be against the Chiefs or the Eagles.
Definitely against the Eagles, man. The Eagles.
All
Sorry,
right.
Dave. It's
all right.
It's all refs, baby. All refs.
Paul, what do you say?
What's an accepted penalty?
Well, yeah, sometimes they can decline the penalty. So if the penalty's declined by the other team, then it's not accepted. So it has to be
Really?
an accepted penalty. Yes.
I didn't. Okay. I feel like we're playing mahjong here. I have no idea what. Really got a taste of that pie gow. I think its first accepted penalty will be against the Eagles.
Yep. I'm gonna go Eagles. No, you know what? You both said Eagles. I'm gonna go Chiefs just to be different. All right, 2 more. Paul, we'll start with you on this one. The shortest touchdown scored will be over or under 1.5 yards.
Over. No, the shortest touchdown score will be. Yeah, the shortest touchdown score will be over.
Over. Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan.
I mean, he's got what 16 touchdowns from this one play called the tush push. I'm going with under, guys. Under. It's gonna be Hurts all day long, or Barkley's gonna rush that in. But yeah, under 1 yard, man.
I agree with you. I'm going to say under as well. 1 more. Of course, it's the Gatorade. What color will the Gatorade be? I will say green. I will say red. Red. What say you, Jordan?
If the Chiefs win, I know the favorite this year is purple, but if the Chiefs win, I think it's gonna be blue in honor of Taylor Swift's last album, Dead Poet Society, or whatever fucking color that album is. But yeah, it's gonna have to be Taylor.
So you're going to say blue.
Yep.
All right, Paul, what say you, man?
I'm gonna say white.
White, like clear. Clear is an option.
Clear, yeah, Alpine Breeze.
You're going to say clear.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they both have white in their jerseys, don't they?
Yep.
They should, yep. All right. Well, there you go. Prop bets are locked in, man. So we'll see next week how we did. And go
What are
from there.
we betting on for here? Like, what's the who
I don't know. What do you guys want
win
to
if we win?
What do you want to bet for?
It's a lock, Jerry. It's a lock.
What are the stakes?
Losers have to chug a beer.
Done.
Losers have to chug a
For
beer.
every
Okay.
bet.
No, the total score. Total score.
All right. Losers have to chug a beer. There you go. Very good. Well, we'll see how that turns out. So Super Bowl should be fun. Jordan, do you think the Super Bowl, the NFL is rigged? Because you kind of made a comment. You're insinuating it's rigged. You think it's rigged?
I think that some things are done to have certain things happen, but I'm not going to say that it's completely
Just
scripted.
say it's rigged, man.
It's an entertainment business for entertainment purposes.
Say it's rigged without saying it's rigged. So you think it's totally fixed?
I think certain aspects are fixed, yeah, and favorites over the Stars, man. I mean, I
Like what? What
I
aspect?
understand. I understand. Like it's not the same as it was, let's say 10, 15 years ago, okay? They protect their star players because they don't want their star players to get hurt. If their star players get hurt, they're losing money on people who are coming to the games to specifically see these players. So as much as people bitch about it, as much as I'm bitching about it, I understand why it's done. I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes get hurt and then he misses, 5 games? People are going to see a Chiefs game and watch one of the greatest football players of all time. Love him or hate him. He's changed the game, and I think that's what they're doing. They're protecting their star players. They don't want them to get hurt. Hurts business.
Let me be more specific. Do you think that the NFL wants the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl?
100% they want the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, so
Why?
you are a conspiracy theorist.
Why?
Yeah.
Man, it's an incredible accomplishment to have a team three-peat. I like, regardless of what people's personal feelings are, if the Chiefs win, it's great for business. What people love to hate the Eagles, and they have for a long time, people are just starting to hate the Chiefs now. I feel like we are watching the next Tom Brady with Patrick Mahomes and one of the greatest coaches I think that we've seen in modern history, in Andy Reid. They've had their team completely changed within the past 5 years. They have different players, and yet the same two guys seem to get it done with Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes.
Travis Kelce, that's who it was.
Yeah, that's what Taylor Swift. It's just good for business. I think the NFL, if they got to choose, would want the Chiefs. If it's not rigged, we'll see what happens on Super Bowl Sunday. Either way, I think we're watching something that's going to be incredible. So
How do you rig?
It's going to be incredible.
I mean, and that's the thing, right? People will say that. How do you rig this kind of a game? Well, if you've watched football all season long, it's protecting the stars. So if you can't touch Patrick Mahomes, you're giving him time to make a play. They're scared to hit him like they would hit other quarterbacks. So you're giving him more time in the pocket or time to run with the ball. And that's kind of how it is, right? Football is a game of inches and yards. And if you're giving this guy an opportunity to get a couple extra inches on you, that could decide the game. So
It's a game of inches and yards.
yeah.
Yeah.
Miles and centimeters? Yeah. I just hope that both teams have fun.
I hope
That's
it's
the
not
bottom
boring.
line.
I hope it's not boring. I want to see some shit. I don't care who wins, to be honest. I just want to see.
I just hope everyone has fun.
Yes, have a good time.
Yeah.
Imagine going into the losers' locker room. Hey, did you guys have fun today?
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
did you
fun.
have fun? Hey, how was your game? Did you have fun? Yeah, I had fun.
Did you get your ring pop and your orange
Yeah.
slice?
Yeah, I always wonder about you know how they make like as soon as the team wins, they put on hats that says Super Bowl champions. So I always wonder what they do with like the 2024 champions, the bucket. Who did they play last year?
I don't remember.
Cleveland. No, or whatever. I don't know. But you know, what do they do with the other hats? You know, like they must get incinerated right away.
Yeah, what does the losing team do? That's a great question.
Yeah.
I'd love
You
to
know what I
know
mean?
what
They
they
must have shirts made and hats made and stuff like, you know what I mean?
I wonder if they actually sell. No, they can't sell them, eh?
No, they can't sell it. I don't
can't
remember
sell
what they do with it, but
Yeah,
you're-
because like, doesn't the MVP get awarded the MVP of the game right away?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's
sure,
like always a prize, right? So they must have either there must be somebody like at the last minute with the etch thing, like ready to go, you know, to put it on the trophy, like
Yeah, well, maybe it doesn't get his name on the trophy right on the spot.
yeah,
They might do it after, but
yeah.
That'd be funny though, eh? Like the NFL's in a panic. Crap, we didn't get the Eagles championship shirts. Listen, guys, sorry,
yeah.
not this year. You can't win. We don't have you.
Yeah.
You're murdered, so you're gonna have to give it to the Chiefs, man. Like,
Yeah. That's funny. Brian Regan has a funny bit about the losing team, like in these big championship games. You know, the winners are all going crazy, and when they interview the winner, they say, "Oh, I'd like to give credit to the other team," and he goes, "I wonder if the other team is over there going, hey guys, the other team, they just gave us credit," and you know they're all celebrating because they got credit from the other team. Very funny bit. All right, we got to get to what do we got to do, man? We got to get to pet peeves.
oh,
Are you guys ready to get some stuff off your chest?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Are you ready to get some stuff off your chest?
Hold on.
Ready to get some stuff on my chest.
All right, then let's do a segment called Pet Peeves.
A do ba do ba do 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 ba do, yeah.
Oh, ich kann kotzen!
All right. All right, who wants to start, gentlemen? Pet
You.
peeves, man.
You do.
Me? All right, I'll start it off. Last time we did this, I took some heat because I criticized a certain gender for driving. Well, I'm not going there this time. My pet peeve is around eating. When I'm eating, and this has only been done to me a couple of times by people very close to me. When I'm eating and you take food off my plate without asking,
It's go time.
it's
go
time.
time.
You are either going to lose a limb
Yeah.
or we're talking divorce.
You gotta keep your fork. You gotta be quick with your fork and stab him in the hand. You know, I've done that. I did a buddy try to take fries off my plate. You know, and I was eating like my beans or whatever at the time, and I fucking just jabbed him right in the hand. And he still to this day has because only 3 of the prongs hit. The fourth one didn't really get into us. I mean, he's got 3 dots on his yeah. Like I fucking stabbed him.
Well,
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'll never do it again.
no, sir.
Yeah.
This happened. My wife has done it, but I also had one time at work. I was eating lunch at my desk, and I had the person who was sitting in the cubicle next to me came into my office, reached over my shoulder, because the food was right there in front of the monitor, grabbed whatever it was out of my container and ate it. And I almost physically assaulted. I almost got fired that day for physically assaulting a coworker. I thought, you not only reached into my plate, you made the effort to reach over my shoulder.
What kind of nerve do you have to have at work to do that to a work person?
His name was Jordan.
It was a woman. I'm not going to say who it was, but it was a
You
woman.
bitch.
And
you goddamn bitch.
I tell you, I was red with rage. I don't think I said anything. I was just so angry. If you want food off my plate and you ask, fine. I'm happy to give you whatever. But don't do it without asking. That is just
I hate it.
the ultimate rudeness. I can't stand that. Can't stand it.
So when I was really young, okay, I was from what I can remember, 3, 4, 4, 5 years old. My father, when he was alive, we'd sit at the dinner table, and my father would reach over and take food off my brother's plate, while he was eating. And it's the reason why today, you put a plate of food in front of my brother, it is demolished. He's like Kirby. He eats so fast. It's unfucking real how fast my brother eats. He's done his meals before you're even he's done. If you have a piece of pie in front of you, I've honestly not just casually, not tried to be slow. I've honestly had him finish his piece of pie before I even took my first bite. And I'm not so does anybody have any interesting anecdotes they'd like to share? And I pick up my fork and put the napkin. I eat, I eat as well as just the next person. But, oh my God, man. That's the reason why my brother is a kid, because he had to eat fast. So my father would take the food off his plate. So it's he's just grown up as a fucking Hoover vacuum.
That's like a dog. If there's multiple dogs in one house, they will eat their food so fast to avoid the other dog coming and eating.
Yeah.
But
it's pretty much my brother's dog. Yeah.
But you guys tell me, am I wrong? Am I overreacting?
The Shih Tzu. Yeah.
Am I overreacting with this pet peeve? Am I wrong?
I don't think so. Clearly, you're not.
Well, no. If I'm wrong, tell me.
No, you are not wrong. You are not wrong at all. People who do that should be stoned in public, and I don't mean by it. Yeah.
People who do that, they should actually have a concrete block tied to their foot.
You turn around, you're you're lucky we're not living in Abu Dhabi. Yeah.
They should be thrown into a pool of sharks that haven't eaten in a week.
If a woman takes food off a man's plate in Abu Dhabi, she gets murdered. Yeah. Yeah. God, I wish this was Abu Dhabi. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's my pet peeve. Who wants to go next?
Jordan.
Jordan Paul. Who's going next?
Jordan.
You want me to go first?
My pet peeve is with Jordan.
What the hell? What's going on, man?
Jordan's
Why
pet
not?
peeve is light.
Exactly.
I don't know what the fuck that was about. I just had a brownout, I guess.
The hydro company.
Yeah, I paid my fucking bill.
All right, Jordan, floor is yours, man.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to put you on?
No,
what you-
no, not
solo?
solo mode, man. Not solo
Okay.
mode. My biggest pet peeve is honestly getting, and I mean we just talked about it kind of briefly today, but getting unsolicited advice from non-comics or people who haven't been on the stage in like fucking 10 years or
Yeah.
5 years. Like it pisses me
Or
off.
at all.
Or at all, yeah.
At all, and it pisses me off. Or somebody's like, and I think Christine kind of touched base on it a bit last week, but you're upset over somebody's attire, and that's your critique over it. Just it
Tired.
drives
Give a
me
shit.
nuts. Like fuck off. Yeah, I'm trying to watch what I say here, but getting advice
it out,
from,
man.
say, a musician, for example, I'm not telling you how to fucking sing or play your guitar at all. That's not I'm not comfortable with playing in front of people, so why do you feel like it's okay? Holy fuck, what the hell?
What's going on, man?
I don't know.
Jesus. So unsolicited
My
advice from
pet peeve
comics.
is when the hydro company just doesn't have their shit together.
Right in the middle of a
Seriously.
podcast. Sons of bees. Yeah, that's annoying. It's really annoying. But you know what? I get all the time joke suggestions, like people who are not comedians. Hey, I got a good joke for you. Why don't you try this? And well, I can't because it's not really my joke.
But and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Like you have somebody, and I try to tell people this. Like I was telling this to Reggie. I said to him, "Holy fucking Christ!"
You
We
said
can
that
still
to him,
see your
holy fucking
face.
Christ? How do
We
you
can still see
take
your
it?
I'm gonna do this in the dark. This
Okay, we can still see your face from the nose up.
I told Reggie, I said, for your material, I'm like, I can't give you premises or topics to talk about. I think the easiest way for you to do stand-up and to tell your jokes is for it to be personal and close to you. That way you aren't feeling stressed out about having to remember stuff because it's not
Yep.
connected to you. If it's personal, you might not have it completely down pat in terms of being able to verbalize it and oralize it and time things. But if it connects to you, you can kind of work with what you have because it is a personal story.
Yep.
And sometimes that makes it a hell of a lot funnier. When I have somebody say, "Oh, you should discuss this topic and make a joke about this," and it has no relation to me at all, or I can't connect to it, I can't do that. Or it's a fucking Instagram reel that everybody has reiterated multiple times. It's a form of plagiarism. Like you
Yeah.
can't. It doesn't work like that.
Yep. No, I agree. I had once a comedian come up to me after and say, "You say this certain word 3 times. Maybe the third time replace it with something else." And I couldn't because it's a vital part of the joke. Like if I
Who, you
take that
Chris
word
Rock? Yeah.
out, yeah, exactly.
Who do you think you are, Chris Rock?
Yeah, exactly. And then he slapped me in the face. But yeah, no, I agree with you, man. Paul, do you want to weigh in on that, or have you weighed in?
Weighed in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like we were talking before. You know, you gotta, if you're gonna do it, you gotta know the person's how are they gonna take this? How can I?
Yeah.
or just give it to them and you know, give them the advice because you don't give a shit how they take it.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't.
Which is
I
like
would
a
never-
double negative, right? Because like, why
Yeah.
would you give advice if you don't care how they take it? Are you just doing it to hear yourself speak? Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna give someone advice, give it to them in a way that they're gonna hear it. You know?
Yeah. Or
And
even
I-
that, like, until I have a Netflix special, I don't feel qualified to give anybody fucking comedy advice.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's different for us too. Like we all know each other, so I mean, if you guys are gonna ask for advice, I might have something, or if I'm gonna tell you something, it's just like it's a small
How
thing.
can I be funny?
But,
That's the one thing I think I'm lacking. Yeah.
but that's the thing. The three of us, we all have different styles, so it's
Yeah. But
it doesn't-
you know, because we like each other too, you don't want to offend the other person, right? So
no.
like you wanna like how I know you long enough now that I know how can I bring the topic up to give you my 2 cents? You know, you too, Dave. Like, how can I like say, oh man, like, you know what else you could do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's. I know that you I don't have to swim my way up to give you my advice with you know, like it's a difficult thing, right? You know, like it's something that I'm telling you, man. It's like, even when I was teaching martial arts, like it was very, very like we had meetings over it, how to go up to people and say, try, you know, like you don't walk up to somebody and you say like, okay, no, that's not how you do it, like this, okay. And then show them the technique. Like if you're showing them, if you're showing them a block or something, you know what I mean? Like to block or whatever. Like no, you don't do it this way. Like if you walk up, some people you can walk up to and say that, and they're like, okay. But other people, and most people who take martial arts are they're very shy off the bat. You know, they're in that for confidence. That's what they're taking. So you know, you've got to be calculated. That's where that whole correct praise came from. Like if somebody's doing something bad, you know, like if they're not doing a throw right, you don't walk up and say, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. Do it this way. You walk up and say, you really got to, that was awesome. You really got to, when you throw them, you stood back after and you put your hands up. You were really quick with that. That's good. But try this, okay? Try this. And then you show them it. Try doing this after, you know, and then they do it. And then you correct them, praise them for something else, you know, like, and if everything they fucking did was bad, like if every single thing they did was wrong, tell them you like their hair. Yeah. You know, like like look at the move after they did it and say, well, I can tell you this, your smile is really nice. You know, like make them laugh. You know, but like you are essentially trying to get a point across to them is that they're not doing this correctly, and you need to help them, right? Like it's a lot better than you walk up to some people and you say some things to them, you can offend them. And then you can take them back, you know, and it's you have to be very calculated when you do that sort of stuff. And with comedy, you know, like fuck off could be your fuck after, you know, or cool, you know, like the way you accept things and hear things, you know, it's and the way you take things, you can instill confidence in someone by giving them advice properly. You know what I mean? You can really give somebody a boost. Like, oh, okay, I know what you mean. I'll try that. You know, I understand what you're trying to say. I'll try that. That makes sense. You know,
and that's it. Like when Christine did the Bits That Bites last week with Christine, when I did mine, her advice was helpful and it made sense from a comedic aspect because she's experienced in that as well. You know what? It doesn't hurt to try it. But it's the people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about or can't, like, again, just not being on stage for 5 years, 10 years. Yeah. You're a little bit out of touch.
I'm gonna be the opposite of you, okay? Every time your lights go off, I'm gonna turn my lights off.
Awesome. This is so fucking annoying.
But you know what? It goes the other way too, because if you want to ask advice, unless you're paying this person, like unless you're in a comedy course, I kind of feel bad asking somebody for free advice because they might be thinking, well, hey, I had to learn the hard way. Like, why should I give you an upper hand? You know,
I don't.
I feel kind of bad asking.
I don't like that mentality though. That's why I don't like. I'm not a huge fan of the comedy classes. I think it's helpful for people. It gives them incentive to write material and stuff like that. But I find it very difficult, especially if it's one person teaching a class, no matter how much experience it is, because you're teaching comedy from your perspective. Yeah. Comedy is an art. Art is subjective. Yeah. And we all have different styles and different forms. Yeah. So you can teach fundamentals of comedy, but I feel like some of the classes, you're just kind of taking advantage of the fact that we, especially comics in our area, kind of low income, don't have a lot of money, and we're spending hundreds of dollars to get advice from one person. Sees it from one lens, and then we're taking it as gospel.
Well, you know, you like I did that twice. I did the course twice. Dave, I know you did it. I found that Pierre was really. I was talking about with one of the comics at the last show there, Barley Mo, because he did it, and the guy with the balloons. Yeah. And I was saying, like, it was a good course because. When we were talking about this very thing, you know, like about I liked his approach to jokes. He wasn't like, no, that's not funny. No, don't do that. And you're right, Jordan. You are bang on. Take like I took that course to get myself off my fucking ass.
Yeah, and that's
Look at me,
fine.
look at me now, folks. You know, but I took that course for that main reason, and I found it was helpful because it gave me confidence to like. I remember the first fucking class there, Dave.
Yeah.
For those of our watchers all in Kazakhstan and stuff, we took a comedy course, like it's like a 5-day or six day comedy course, like every Sunday for 6 weeks, and then at the end of it, you're doing a show at the club, and you know, even the first class that we went to, okay, where it was just 7 or 8 comics, and all of us had to go write a joke, just a 2-minute joke or 1-minute joke, and go up on stage and perform it. Just the feeling of sitting there and knowing your name's going to be called next, okay? Okay, waiting for that, your name's going to be called next. You're going to have to deal with, all right, guys, let's call Paul Borgon up to do his joke. Give him a round of applause, you know, and the 7 comics clap, you know what I mean? And just the feeling of, okay, I'm walking up to a stage right now at a comedy club, and I'm about to do a joke in front of people, okay? Just the feeling of getting up, okay, and it's my turn now. The anxiety of the weight to it, and then getting up, walking up, getting up on stage, and grabbing the microphone, being under the lights, standing in that spot that you've wished your whole life to do, being there, and having to, okay, come off cool. Come off like you're, you know what I mean? And say your fucking bit that you just came up with 5 minutes ago, you know?
It's terrifying.
And then get off. I'll tell you, that was one of the best feelings that I can recall from stand-up was that first time I got up and did a 1-minute bit in a class, in my first class. I learned that. That was so valuable to me. Yeah. You know? And Pierre was good with his feedback. His feedback.
Positive.
Because
Always.
he didn't say, you know, no, that was wrong. You shouldn't do that. He was saying, I like this. Maybe go this way, or you know, it was same as like what we're talking about, like with Scott Yarwood, like maybe go this way, maybe go that way. You know, like I found it was good like that, and then he opened it up discussion for the crowd. You know, and we're all comics. You know, we're all fucking in the same boat. You know, and come to find out, you know, not everybody's your best friend in comedy, but they're really. It was a very positive.
It was very positive, and you're not going to learn like the 13 structures of how to write a joke.
No, and Jordan, you're right.
You don't need
you don't need to go to a comedy course to learn how to be funny. You're fucking going to that fucking thing because you're funny. Or you think you're funny.
You're learning, and
Yeah, go ahead. No, you're right. You're right. You're learning the experiences. You're learning to write jokes. You're learning to
the fundamentals.
The fundamentals of it. You're not. And I'm telling you this right now. And mark my fucking words when I say it. Not once did I say, okay, I'm going to switch this around because he said that. Not once. Yeah. I remember being told a bunch of things you shouldn't do. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. Like, you shouldn't move around a lot. I'm going to move around. You shouldn't lie down and do lie down comedy. Guess what? I'm going to do it. You know? You should, like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, okay? Because that's, if I don't, I'm stifling myself. I feel I'm not going to stifle myself because of your opinion. Whether it be yours, whether it be Jordan, Dave, anyone, my mom, anyone, no one. I'm not going to. You know what I mean?
Well, that's your persona, and you can't take that away, man.
You cannot hinder or stifle is a good word for it. You cannot roadblock your own approach to it because it's you. The second you start doing that,
it's not you.
Yeah, you're pandering. You're pandering. Rick Rubin said that. Yep. Second you start changing your art to appease the crowd is when you lose your art. When you lose your what people will like about you. You know, not everybody's gonna 100%. Like you, but the people who are gonna like you because you're you.
Yeah.
You know?
Speaking of you, Paul, we need to get to your pet peeve.
My pet peeve is guys who just rant on about. You know what my pet peeve? One of my pet peeves is, you know, when you lay in bed, okay, you get in your bed and you like I'm a side sleeper and I like pillows between my legs, you know. Like you get in your bed and you're fucking comfortable and you sort of you kind of grind into that one spot and then you got to move your leg a little bit and then you get the cover off your foot, and then you straighten your leg out a little bit, and you just shift a little bit, and you move your head and bring the pillow in a little bit, make it nice and fluffy, then you lay down on it, and you're like, okay, you find that spot, okay? You find that spot, and you're laying there, and you're fucking sinking into the pillow, eh? But then, like, you're in a position where your pulse from your neck is you can hear it in the pillow. You can hear like, you know, but you're in a comfortable spot. You know, if you fucking move a single smidge, you're gonna lose that comfortable spot. But you can hear your own heartbeat, or you can hear your own pulse, or you can feel it. You can feel it in your ear. That's a fucking pet peeve of mine. You know, when I was a big fat piece of shit. Okay, I remember one time I ordered a pizza or something like that, and I just laid down on the couch after. I'm laying on the couch, I'm sitting there, and I just look down, and I can see my heart beating and my gut bouncing on my shirt, you know? And I'm just like, fuck. Like, yeah. You know, my pet peeve is my heart beating. Yeah, no, that's a pet peeve of mine. It really is when you can hear your pulse. Yeah.
I got nothing, man. Because that never happened to me. So
it fucking happens to me, man. Yeah,
I don't know.
It might not be anybody else's, but I'm telling you, when you get it at one spot and your pulse is what fucking interrupts it, you know? Yeah.
Goddamn pulse.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan, do you have anything to add to this?
I don't got ears, so I can't hear shit. So
Oh,
it's your neck. It's your you can
Yeah,
feel it. You can feel it on the pillow, like, you know, like I don't know what it is. It's just fuck. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I wish I was dead. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. On that somber note, let's end the show with some.
Yeah. Paul, I like where you went with that one, but maybe try doing this. Yeah. Yeah.
Final thoughts. All right.
Those are crazy drums. I'm trying to get that drum. It's like, I'm trying to get that drum beat going.
Keep working on it. It's my pet peeve. Drummers who can't keep a beat.
Yeah.
All right. Final thoughts. Paul, let's go to you.
My final thoughts are that, man, I wish I could have the last 2 minutes of my life back and not have told that story about my pulse. Remember, pet peeve of mine is when people don't get what I'm talking about. Yeah, my final thoughts are this is we're approaching episode 50 soon, and I'm pretty excited about that. And I don't have any shows coming up. Dave, I might go to the Barley Mow on Monday. Pardon?
There is no Barley Mow this Monday.
I'm still gonna go though. Yeah, it's a really good show that you're putting on. That back room, it's very intimate, very nice. It's very calming. You feel very comfortable there. Jordan, I'm sorry I couldn't come last night.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. I hope that went well. But yeah, that's it. I don't really have much. You know, I'm just happy to be here. You know, living, loving. She's just a woman.
We're happy to have you here. So thank you for those final thoughts, Paul. Jordan, let's go to you. Your final thoughts.
The Mill Tavern was great last night. Full crowd. It was a shame that there wasn't a lot of acts that came out, but the room was packed. So that's all I'll say.
Any good-looking girls? Any good-looking girls?
I'll plead the fifth on that one.
Attaboy, Jordan. Attaboy.
I just want to say I do hope the Eagles win the Super Bowl, because then technically if the Eagles didn't win, the Packers would have won. Go Refs, all that fun jazz. I hope everybody hits their parlays and nobody, loses their home because they made stupid bets. And I got to get a new fucking lamp because that's pissing me off. All right.
Yeah, we had some interesting lighting. All right, thank you, Jordan. My final thoughts for episode 46 cannot be described in words, can only be described in a video. See you all next time.
My top 3 things are Paul, Paul, and Paul.
Oh! Oh! Oh, whoa!
Paul is my favorite part of this show.